Hey, welcome back. This is Cavallo from Dating Fire and datingadviceguru.com. You ever wanted to flip the tables on a guy? You ever wanted to make him take you a little bit more seriously? Maybe take this relationship a little bit more seriously? Well, there is a way of doing it if you understand how guys think about relationships. And you may have even wondered, how do I make this guy worry just a little bit about losing me? Why am I always the one that's worried about losing him? That's what we're going to talk about today. How to make him worry about losing you. 5 ways. And before we get rolling with this show, make sure you do the big 3. Number 1, like and subscribe. It's worth doing because this stuff can keep coming to you every week. Number 2, make sure you turn on the notifications so you know when the next one comes out. And number 3, if you have any suggestions for a new video or you want to post any questions or if you just plain disagree, leave that in the comments section below. I get it. Look, you're frustrated, right? Maybe he's not taking you seriously and you're wondering what is going on with this guy. Why isn't he moving things forward? And you're the one who's always afraid of losing him. You're frustrated. I get it. You're underappreciated, you're undervalued, and you want some reassurance in your relationship. Okay, keep in mind, first of all, before I get started on this, because I can sometimes get off on a rant, when I chastise you lovingly in these videos, what happens is that the reason I got into doing this is that I see all the mistakes that women are making from a guy's perspective. I've been seeing it for years, and I really do care about women, and I care about you not getting the right info. I'm doing this for love for you. So if I get a little bit corrective, you'll understand. It's because I want you to stop doing those things that are not working for you. We need more loving relationships. And the fact is, right now, not many women understand men. This is something that mothers used to pass on to their daughters, dads used to pass on to their sons, and it just ain't happening. All right, so the first rule is here, we're not going to play games. What you consider game playing, by the way, is really just a guy being a guy. That's really what he's doing. Women think that men are doing all this hot and cold thing deliberately. And, well, this is where you'd be wrong. It's actually something you want to use for a win-win strategy. It's okay to use some strategy, some tactics to get a guy to really want you. Again, something that has been totally lost in translation over the last 30 or 40 or 50 years is this idea that women really do have the reins of control over a relationship if they want to use them and use them in the right way. So game playing is simply what we call it when we can't manage our emotions. So we appear ambivalent. That's what usually happens with guys. If we can't control our emotions, well, then we back off. So another rule is jealousy works. Look, my other video on jealousy, which you can check out on this channel, is not game playing. Jealousy is not game playing when he starts to worry about losing you. Now, I'm not talking about fake posts on Facebook or comments or any of that stuff. Don't do that stuff. Make it real. I actually saw, and this is advice I saw on the internet, have a friend text you under an imaginary contact with a guy's name. No, don't do that. Oh my God, don't do that. That is game playing. Don't undermine your own dignity and integrity in the name of doing this, okay? But jealousy does work, and it's something that occasionally you might have to stir up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with letting somebody remember what they might be losing if they screw up. Another rule, social rules are not logical rules. Get this one in your head right now. This is really important. If you start behaving like the world works the way everybody says it should work, you're going to find that it doesn't. You're going to be the unhappy one, okay? I don't want you left out in the game of musical chairs of love. You want to be able to sit down and have your relationship too. Everything that he's doing that makes you feel this way is working, isn't it? I mean, think about it like that. Whatever he's doing right now is probably working on you, and he's not even trying. He's not playing games, he's just being him. Men are just naturally more aloof. So let's get into these ways a little bit. Way number 1 is to be less attached. Stop being so heavy. No relationship talk. Keep things light for a few weeks. Really light. Like so light he's wondering what the heck is going on. I'm going to come back around to this one because it's that important. There's so many different flavors of being this way that I'm going to have to come back to it. Way number 2 is back out on a commitment. Yeah, a light commitment. Nothing big. Don't back out on the vacation you guys had planned. But you know what? Back out on a small commitment of some kind, like a date. Find something else to do or create a conflict. He'll have other chances if he earns them. It's not a big deal, is it really? I mean, come on. Don't feel bad about it because I'm sure he's going to break a few with you. So why not? Again, this should be happening naturally. If you're bending over backwards to honor your dates with him, then you really need to look at that. That's really important. There are no relationships out there where both people are bending over backwards for each other. It might look that way, but it's not really what's happening. If you notice, in every single relationship, one person is doing a little bit more of the work. And that should flip-flop, by the way. It should be him sometimes, you sometimes, him sometimes, you sometimes, but not you all the time. Way number 3 for you to get him to worry a little bit about losing you is be vague. Stop going into detail with him so that he doesn't misunderstand. I see this a lot too. Women try to make things a little too clear. They don't want him to misunderstand or you know, all these things they're trying to do to manage his perception so he doesn't get angry, so he doesn't get jealous. Stop that stuff. Let him get mad. Let him get a little jealous. Then you'll see his true colors. Is this guy going to step up and do what he needs to do or not? Let him misunderstand for once. Chances are that you're being way too concerned about what he's thinking. Way number 4 is be scarce. Stop being there for him all the time. Stop being so available, really. And that, again, this is something I'm going to come back around to. Being a little scarce is a very, very valid thing because, well, look at it this way. The women that are most desired, they are scarce because they've got so many things going on in their lives. They've got people that want to see them. They've got events to go to. They've got things to do, places to go, people to see. Why don't you act like one of those desirable women and do it legitimately? Don't pretend. Actually be desirable by having a busy calendar. Way number 5, stop all the lovey-dovey for a week or so. Women have a tendency to reach in and try to be affectionate a lot to make the relationship what they want it to be. And I get that. That's a totally appropriate thing to do. The problem is when you overcompensate and you're all lovey-dovey with him in the hopes that by doing that, he's going to be that way for you. That's not how it works. For about a week or so, just drop that act. Just back off a little bit. Be a little less physically affectionate. Be more into your own space. Could it hurt? Because chances are you are losing your sense of self in the process of doing this. Women do that very frequently. It's a very common malady, especially in families. When you have kids, sometimes a woman loses her sense of identity because she overcommits to nurturing others. Back off a little bit. Hey, and go cold. You know what? The bitches out there, they do this by their very nature, and they have men wrapped around their finger. But a lot of women use excuses about their good, nice girl nature to stop them from acting the part of the coquette, the desirable woman. That's what you want to be. You want to be this desirable woman, right? Who wouldn't? So stop being the nice girl, okay? Nice guys don't get laid. You ever heard that saying? And you probably already know why this is, right? And it is actually true because they're a turnoff. Nice guys are kind of manipulative. And you know that they're not being nice to be nice. They're being nice to get into your pants. Guys feel the same way on a certain level, only we're not quite sure about why you're trying to be so nice. Oh yeah, wait a minute, we are, because you want us to commit to you. So drop the nice girl thing. Nice girls are obviously trying to get something. The girls that are a little less concerned with being nice, well, they're out there just getting what they want. Way number 6 is to put a pause on the texting. If he texts, give him a good hour before you reply to him. Not because you're deliberately avoiding him, mind you, or avoiding answering him, but because you've already got something else going on. Right? And if you're checking your phone every 5 seconds in the hopes that he's going to give you that little dopamine rush, that little, oh my God, he texted me, that means he's got you trained. You're wrapped around his little finger, and you're probably also far too addicted to your phone. Drop that crap. Let him wonder, okay? Way number 7 is do some upgrades to your life. Upgrade your wardrobe. Upgrade your sexy moves in the bedroom. Upgrade your hairstyle, the hair color, your makeup, with no explanation. Guaranteed, this will get him going, huh. Way number 8 is to stop the nagging. Look, the more you try to get his attention, the less he's going to want to give it to you. Remember that kid at the playground that was always trying to get your attention, trying to be your friend, the naggy little kid? And we hated that kid. Everybody does. It's an instinctual thing. It's not mean, it's just the truth of things. We are naturally suspicious about somebody that needs us that much. And if you're again, with the nagging, if you continually complain about how he never does anything with you, or he's never taking you out, or he's taking you for granted, that's not going to make him want to be with you. Duh. In fact, acting like that might just make him a little less fearful of losing you. In fact, I can tell you from experience, it does. Men are a lot less fearful of losing a woman that we really don't want to be around, that's nagging us to be a certain way. The more he knows he's got you, the less he's going to try. This is true in 99% of all human relationships and situations. What you think you've got all wrapped up does not worry you at all, right? But the things that you aren't sure about, that's got you bubbling over with anxiety, right? Which is probably why you're here watching this video. Which leads me to way number 9. Stop caring so much. Back off on the relationship overdrive with this guy and get back to caring about you, yourself, your family, your career, all the things that are important to you. All the stuff you probably started neglecting when this guy entered your life. This change is going to make him sit up and pay attention. Changes like this make guys go, huh? He'll immediately have his guy radar firing off. It'll flip on, and he's going to start wondering, is she interested in somebody else? Am I in danger of losing my guaranteed sex? Am I maybe not the incredible sexy beast that I am? Oh no. The way to get him to start paying attention is to simply stop making everything so damn guaranteed with him, okay? You don't know what you got till it's gone. You ever heard that saying? You don't know what you got till it's gone. It's a popular truism, and we know it is true. But the funny thing is, if you don't put a little fear in him that you could be gone, he'll never understand it in time. It'll be too late. What we're doing here right now is in the name of saving your relationship. A relationship that could vaporize on you, and that's a good thing if you ask me. That's why strategies like this are justified. They do the right thing. It's a win-win for you and for him. And you know what? In the end, it's all psychology. Do you know what men's psychology is? Do you know how a man thinks? If you don't, it's not likely you're going to be very successful in relationships. In fact, you're probably rarely going to get past that 3 to 4 month zone with most guys. It's just not going to work for you. You're going to have that happen to you every single time. And if you want to stop having it happen, it's time to get better information. Go to this little link you see below me here, datingfire.com/Ask Carlos. Hey, why don't you just ask me a question about whatever situation you're in? And even if you don't have a question, put your email in the blank, leave the questions part blank, just put your email in, and you're going to get my free ebook, you're going to get on my free VIP newsletter, and you're going to get some other videos and stuff that, well, I don't put here on the YouTube channel, so it's worth you checking out. Again, datingfire.com/Ask Carlos. All one word, Ask Carlos. Hey, you know what? If you really want to get this thing handled, if you want to have the relationship that lasts for you, if you want to stop going through this constant cycle of love and then him pulling away and going cold and then this breakup and then the ghosting and all that stuff, it's time that you understand why men do what we do. And it's very simple to learn. Learn it from a guy, because I'm the guy that can show you. Hey, this is Carlos Cavallo from datingfire.com. Before you run away, do the big 3. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is awesome stuff. If you stuck around this long, you must have figured that out on your own, right? Get more of it. Make sure before you go on to the next video, you also turn on that notification bell, little indicator next to the subscribe button, so you know when the next one comes out. And if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to generally disagree and be disagreeable, do that in the comment section below. It's entertaining. Why not? Hey, it's great talking to you again. Come back for another video, and I'll talk to you again soon. As always, live and love with passion.